Good morning. We are officially addicted. We are heading back out to go swim with the Mantas. Day 2. Here we go. It is right... Aw, crap. I'm not good at this. There we go. We're going right there. Yeah, nailed it.
Addicted we are. We've been stuck here for 5 months because of COVID-19. But ever since Fiji was announced coronavirus-free, we've been exploring by air, land, and sea. Which is how we've ended up here in the Osawa Islands with a family of 5 on a boat named Zatara.
It is, I don't know, it's early, but early or really late is the only time that it is quiet like this. There are 7 of us living on this boat. It's a bit nutty, but in a good way. Like, it's just, I guess it's that family atmosphere versus like friends and camaraderie, but there's also a little touch of that too, because they all spend so much time together that they're still siblings, but I have to say they get along a lot better than I expected them to. I just assume because, you know, with siblings you fight. I know I did with my sister. Jason's family doesn't bicker that much, so I guess it's kind of similar to them in that aspect, but they play together and they hang out and they do things together, but it doesn't stop. Like, it's like a constant pulse and beat. So the relaxed vibe, the chill thing that we normally get so much of, and when we're on our own boat, only happens in the early morning and in the late night. And that's usually when you'll find Renee or Keith up on the deck sitting in one of those little hammock chairs just enjoying the quiet time. So the difference of being on a family boat. And this morning I have to show you the cutest thing because it is Jason and Kate are making breakfast.
I'm gonna start waking up eggs too. Eggs, pancakes, breakfast. Yeah, because these eggs aren't reliable, we need a bowl.
Why aren't they reliable?
Sometimes they're bad. A lot of times they're bad.
A lot?
So that one looks good. And then I smell it just to make sure it smells okay.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. It's a little bit left.
Exactly, so smell that one.
That one smells like it's fine right now, but
It's on
another
the
day or
verge.
2 it wouldn't be good.
This is very stressful. It's a very, very stressful moment making my first batch of pancakes. It's so bad, man.
So bad. So it's done.
Alright.
Go
Ready for the
time.
moment of truth? Alright, you ready?
Yes!
I did it!
Nice.
That was better than the last one turned into an omelet.
Let it set for a second. Okay, now you can start.
Good job, Kate. Jason, looks beautiful.
Very good job.
Looks can be deceiving, honey.
Ta-da! Look at those pancakes.
They look pretty good. These pancakes are very
dense.
to cut. Yeah.
That is a beefy pancake right there.
Hey.
They look legit, you guys.
What do you think?
Oh, good. Oh, God.
Yeah!
Thank you very much.
Kate was worried she couldn't do it. Look at you, champion.
Never
Yeah.
doubted her.
Woohoo! These eggs are real good.
I was kind of down for a minute, like, you know, I haven't made pancakes in forever, especially from a box. Good brekkie.
I wonder what Gordon Ramsay would rate these.
Sorry for the interruption, but we need 1 minute of your time because we've teamed up with Omaze again, and this time they're giving you the chance to win your very own tiny home built by Modern Tiny Living. It's a $100,000 value, which should get you one heck of a tiny home. Now, we've been living tiny for 10 years, and over that time, we've learned a lot. So if it were us winning, we would definitely still be traveling, and we would focus on the off-the-grid upgrades, like the composting toilet, because let me tell you, a composting toilet is way less smelly and way easier to deal with versus a black tank and a poop slinky. Then the solar package is a no-brainer. Just make sure you get at least a 2,000 watt hybrid inverter, 3,000 watt would be better, and do not skimp on the lithium batteries. To enter to win, just go to omaze.com/GWTW. The best part is every donation supports a great cause, which is PATH, who's on a mission to end homelessness, and now more than ever, their work is saving lives because during this COVID-19 crisis, those who are experiencing homelessness don't have anywhere to turn. Thank you so much for your time. Now back to the adventure.
So many fish. There's just nom. There's so much stuff in the water. Amazing.
We've only encountered manta rays a handful of times, but this is the most magical experience we've ever had. Mantas have to keep moving in order to breathe. As a nomad, this is something I can relate to. But these continuous barrel rolls are them feeding, and it feels like a full-on dinner party. Clearly they don't mind the company, because I keep swimming away and they keep coming closer. I mean, not that I'm complaining, it's a compliment. Mantas are gentle giants and pose absolutely no harm to us, yet we humans are their biggest threat. So while we were swimming with the manta rays, we met a marine biologist who is out there, and apparently he has been documenting the mantas for several years now. He was super cool. We talked to him while we were in the water and swimming, and we asked him if we could come over later just to find out more about what he's doing here. So that's what we're gonna go do. Okay, so this is Rob. This is the marine biologist we met in the water yesterday, very conveniently. And first time I've seen him, he actually kind of looks like a Riley lookalike, which I find a little funny. I'll fill you in on that reference later.
Sure.
It's a compliment.
No worries, no worries.
But anyway, so we were in the water, we're swimming with the mantas, and there were how many out there yesterday?
Counted 7 out there yesterday.
Yeah, and what's the most you've ever seen in this area?
We had 15 one day early July this year, which is the record since 2011, I think.
Wow. Where were you before you came here?
So I'm from the UK, grew up in London, and I went to uni in the UK. I took this opportunity and it ended up being an absolutely amazing chance to do some really cool stuff.
And not a bad place to be stuck for a pandemic.
Since the resort's closed, we don't have a job. That aside, it's been a really cool opportunity because seeing the mantas without anybody else. We have, first of all, this really healthy ecosystem, and then on top of that we've got the coral reef conservation project. So we've got some fish serving, coral planting, we've got coral nurseries and a giant clam farm as well. And then through that partnership we've had with the Manta Trust, which I believe you guys are already familiar with.
Yes, we are. So if you remember when we were swimming with the manta rays in Bora Bora, we had actually looked up the Manta Trust because that was the best information we found for how to properly swim with mantas. We wanted to make sure we weren't doing it in a harmful way to the mantas, we were being respectful.
And it is important because it's not immediately obvious how to interact with the manta ray when you first get in the water with it. Just giving them time to do what they want to do, you're going to have a more enjoyable experience. You're going to get a manta coming at you instead of swimming away from you.
Yeah, which happened a lot yesterday.
It happened a lot yesterday.
You're just sitting there and they just keep coming at you, and it's amazing.
Exactly.
You're doing other work which is to do with the reef, which is the giant clams and the coral planting.
My personal passions are coral. I could babble on for much longer, but it'll be much more interesting to actually see it.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. Okay, cool.
It's so exciting.
I'm going to go down and give the ropes a bit of a clean. Each rope can have about 15 to 20 coral fragments in it. I got this design from a really epic marine biologist in Fiji, a guy called Victor Benito. He's a proper guru for coral nurseries and stuff like that. But as I said, it's not done yet.
So giant clams are filter feeders. They grow very slowly like corals as well. But they're very important in keeping the water quality high. They're also really beautiful. They've got amazing colours.
Oh, they're like psychedelic.
Exactly.
Unreal.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And we've got them in a big cage just to protect them from poachers.
They're so beautiful. Yeah. So many colors. It's incredible.
We have this opportunity here where there's this amazing reef, which is basically being protected by the local Fijians. To date, we have about 4,500 square meters of corals that we've grown, and we're planting staghorn corals and table corals, basically, for the coral nerds out there in the genus Acropora. And these are the ones which grow fastest. These are the ones which actually can glue themselves to the reef.
Without you having to
Well,
attach them?
you've got to wedge them in there.
Right.
But provided that they're in a still secured sort of attachment in the reef, over the next month they will glue themselves.
So this is Rob's garden. He's been working on this little area for the past 2.5 years. It's incredible. So those were planted about 2.5 years ago, and they started off about yay-ish big. And some with just one little stick, some with just a little tiny bit of a branch, but not big. 2.5 years, it takes that long.
But what's very cool is how it all fits together. You can't have the healthy reef without the protection, but once you've got that protection and the fish there, they're going to clean the corals and provide everything that you do planting-wise with a greater chance of success. And then when that grows, that's now more space for them to live in. And so then the fish life gets better and you get these positive feedback loops.
Well,
bada bing, bada boom. We want to check that.
I was going to try to tell you how lovely our experience was with Rob and talking about the coral and the manta rays, but on this boat, Keith never shuts up back there, so you can't record anything around here with good audio.
Shut up, Nikki. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. You shut your mouth when you're talking about me.
Boy mate. Anyway, on from one adventure and on to another, because now we're going diving, because Keith, even though he's a loudmouth, he found an absolutely stunning dive that's a wall with caves and swim throughs, and I feel like I'm just spoil alerting everything before we do it, but I can't help myself. I'm just kind of excited and having a good time. And it was so cloudy the past couple of days. Not anymore. It is painfully beautiful.
Good old stale air in me.
Yeah.
You talking about Keith? Stale air?